Moi kachile c'est là, moi kachile peut-être c'est container drugs là yo hen peut-être yo kouye pour parce moi kachile qui ça qui autant important l'enfant pour ka ni ti maman là over balcon. Moi comprends yo social services intervene ak yo pointi maman là family si yo poko arrêté. She should be arrested. That's endangerment, child endangerment, and that's the mildest charge because that's abusive. So, on Shaile, nous ka try kopouan. Ou sav raison moun kay fait bay. Moi changé deux trois fois passé. La te non ti madame qui te met en ti maman bo la ouya. They était en dans bar et en moun henny. Et tout le monde te non bay pour dire about ça. Et nous ka try kopouan. All right, qui ça qui te ka aller à l'idée puis peut-être pas. Ou sav dès lors kay try kopouan. Qui ça ka aller comme moun pour faire yo faire ça yo ka faire. Ça pas n comprendre de. Ça pas n comprendre de. Asu ki we. So and you pas te hen te phone. Qui ça ka fait ti maman là? Ou te ka la gère la tête li et bon ou te ka la gère la pour vite. Qui ça ou te ka fait? So pas hen phone. So qui ça ka fait? So c'est opinion moi. Pour moi, yo mérite arrêter et pour ti maman là family. Moi hope ti maman la ka hen en place qui plus meilleur, plus safe, loving, beautiful environment than the toxic, abusive, chaotic one that he or she was in. Right? Bon, nous kay pour premier break nous asoya. Merci tellement pour wete avec nous aso Annou Koze in our zen space. Bon, là nous vie nous kay ni en scénario. So moi kay encourager tout le monde pour couiller. By opinion nous ek nous kay causer.
PAX is the agent for Caribbean Line, which offers an effective alternative for global integrative of transport logistics from Sheerness, UK to Vieux-Fort St. Lucia in shipping, documentation, administrative procedure, loading and unloading operations. We also offer courier, small package service, customs brokerage, ship agency, freight forwarder, consolidator, and accounting services. Visit them today on New Dock Road, Vieux-Fort, or call 454-1200 or 7198837. PAX is effective, efficient, and reliable.
Real estate transactions are now made easy. Whether buying, selling, or renting residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural, or touristic property, we offer the best deals in real estate transactions with professional support, including valuation, material sourcing, and construction. Contact Ed Harris and Associates, your courteous and efficient real estate agents. Call 485-1456 or email caribbiz@gmail.com.
Do you need to copy or print your document? Are you in need of insurance? Are you looking for office stationery? Stop. Yes, LMP Services on Clark Lane, Vieux-Fort has all the services you need. They open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or call 454-8757 or 721-8757 for affordable rates, reliable and effective customer service with a difference.
And Nestor's Auto Parts, located on the Labrie-Viford Highway, is your place for auto parts. We have suspension parts, mounts, brakes, shocks, and so much more.
We specialize in accessories like mats, batteries, horns, lubricants, and much more.
We're open from Mondays to Saturdays from 8 to 5 and Sundays and most holidays from 8 to 1.
L'on prie, un instant va être dépouillé.
What do you need to transport? Call the hauler. At M&E's Trucking, we offer a wide range of services island-wide. From containerized movement, flatbed service, and lowboy transfers. We're located at Beanfield View Fort. Our skillful professional drivers are ready to serve you. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram or email us at vibration711@gmail.com. Call us at 488-1000. We're ready to serve you. M&E's Trucking Service, a powerhouse ready to haul.
Bienvenue à Annou Koze. Merci pour être nous. Doris Joseph, good evening. How are you, darling? Miss Doreen, poswe Miss Doreen, qui nouvelle qui mania au kasati ko moto nous dans d'autres jours. N'a pas responsabilité pour ça parce que mon couillé. Mais qui nouvelle famille, qui mania genoua, qui mania tout bail ka passé. Jenny, welcome back. We're happy to have you. And of course, guys, you can always link us on our Facebook page because we know some of you are not able to call. Bon, I like speaking with you guys. After show I say Annou Koze, so Nuka Koze. So also I'm kind of question. We know, we have all heard. We have all heard that a woman is a woman's worst enemy. And I want to speak on that tonight. When we parle about ça, you dis say femme c'est pli go on l'el mi femme. So nous voulons parler about ça also. In other words, why do women treat women the way that they do? Generally, especially in our society, in our geographical location. Now, Maka di, I'm not taking away my point from, vous savez, ces femmes-là qui supportent, qui gens pour un moment. Generally speaking, why do women treat each other the way that they do? Or are we our own worst enemy? Now I'll give you some examples and then we take it from there. So my technician will let me know when you guys can call and we have a beautiful discussion and cozy. A couple weeks ago, a number called my employer, an unknown number. So Madame la Kouye, oui, so Madame, Kouye, qui proceeded. Mwen pou ka fè de lang. Pou di tout bagay i konet about mwen. Bagay about relasyon mwen, bagay about maman mwen, bagay about bagay ha tan, bagay poko tan, bagay ya we, bagay poko we. Here's the funny thing for me. I'm asking myself why. What is the purpose? What does it serve? Because you ask what exactly was the objective? So la okuye, ou kouye employer moi, ou kouye boss moi pour dire bye about moi. Ek encore son femme. So you ask yourself, what is the purpose? What did it serve? There's nothing inspirational. There's nothing uplifting. There's nothing encouraging. What is the purpose? So, si moi manje, ki manye sa ka affecto? Si moi pa manje, ki manye sa affecto? Mais clearly, it is in your best interest to see me not eat, to see me suffer, to see me... Yeah, because what was the objective? Clearly the objective was to ensure that I lost my job. Right, that I lost this program, that I lost whatever it is that you think I have. Because avant ça, ou pas une personne pour hen, pour couiller, pour bay, pour causer, puis rien. This is not the first time. This is not the second time. Day before yesterday, a friend of mine called. I have very few friends. She'd been on the phone with me. And somebody came near her and asked her, how does she know me? And she said, that's my sister, because we're friends. That's how we roll. And then this lady proceeded to tell her everything that she had heard. Ma connaît madame la. Ma peut-être connaît li pa fi jay. Ma heme point parole avec madame la. Moi avec madame la pa heme boy. Nou pa heme ni mwen boyfriend. Moi pa belle May, I pa san mwen, nou pa ni yish ansam, ma connaît madame la a pa di good morning, good afternoon, good night. So, the point I'm making is, why is it always women? Why is it always women? And you get your instances with men, but most times with men there's an angle. Either they want the woman or she didn't, whatever. Why is it that the majority of the time somebody tries to bring down another woman? Asu ki wezon, depi se yon femme, on moun ka try date we. Mouna ki de gona, mouna ki ni kutoa, mouna ki ka try date ou son lot femme. Même kon ou. On chay la on femme ou pa connaître. On femme ou pa nan rien pour faire pi, on femme ou pa une pièce dealing zepi. Mais c'est yo ki ka kouye moun, yo ki ka di tout kalte parole, yo ki ka spread rumors. Asu, why is it that we as women are so threatened by other women? Why is it? You know, because the extent you have to be mentally twisted for you to put credit on your phone. Ou pa connaître moi, mais ou ka kouye pour try point pain moi from moi. Pour ki sa? Ki sa moi j'aime faire? And again, I'm speaking just on my behalf, but it is all over. You have so you ask yourself, why is it women? And then I'm going to go one step further. Some time ago, we were having a discussion about when I hear the Anquilon, so say just nyoti pass your second. Some time ago, we were having a discussion about the term side chick and home wrecker. And my position is that there's no such thing as a home wrecker. That's my position. And I'm not, you know, maka di from parfait, but the point I am making is, we as women, and I will keep saying we develop levels for other women. So I'm the main, you're the side. I'm the main chick and you're the side chick. You're the home wrecker. You're the one who came in from nowhere and you mess up my marriage. You understand what I'm saying? Because the same man that's strong enough to lead the household, go to work, take care of you, take care of the children, handle all responsibilities. Suddenly, when another woman shows up, he becomes so weak and so frail that you need to save him from her. So we dismantle each other. We put each other in categories. Because I guarantee you, it's not a man that come up with a side chick. It's not a man that came up with, you have the ring, but I have the man. So my question is this: why is it we as women are so heavily responsible for the destruction of other women? I was reading an article from The Voice during the course of the week. There was a lady who was at the square and they were interviewing her. This lady is depressed. She's asking for prayers. She's asking for all type of help. She has attempted suicide, I think, about 4 times. Why? Because person started a rumor about her. Brought it to her job. She lost her job. She thought the church would help. They brought it to the church. The same good, God-fearing women. So my question remains. So this lady is now at the square because that's the only place she can find peace. All based on rumors. We have a culture in St. Lucia where the idea of progress, and again, I'm speaking to us women, the idea of progress, the idea of growth, the idea of somebody elevating, even in an area we're not interested in, even in something that has nothing to do with us, even in something, given the opportunity, we would not want anything to do with it. But just the idea or just the perception that somebody in some way, shape, or form is succeeding in that particular area fills us with insecurities, it fills us with anger, it fills us with jealousy, and then we seek to destroy. We do it through gossip, we do it through WhatsApp, we do it through Facebook, we do it through phone calls, we do it through the smirks and the sneers when they pass the road, we do it through ou pa avi ek John, so ki sa pou fe pou, I pou eton bay from ou pou ek John. You know, so at the end of the day, it's detrimental. And I'm saying this because I'm a woman and I am raising women. I am trying my best to raise strong women. But when I look at what we are doing to each other in the society, and then we complain about men, we complain about, but we messing each other up. Pick any woman, and pick another woman she knows and try to get her to say 5 positive things about her without you coaxing her. You just meet her and you say to her, you know that girl? Yeah, tell me about her. And I guarantee you, out of the 5 things she tells you, the majority of it will be negative. Why are we so negative? Why are we so detrimental? Why are we so dirty, yo? So, again, our topic for tonight is, why do women treat each other the way they do? Are we our own worst enemy? And what now if we are? Now, can I open the lines? Yes, our lines are open. So you are free to call. You're free to comment. I'm still waiting for some nice chats on my Zen space. So there's lemongrass, keeps me calm in the diffuser. So yes, that is what we're discussing now. The damage that we as women are doing to other women. So the lines are open, you can call. I'm just gonna look at some of the comments on Facebook so we can touch base there. Okay? In the diffuser. So yes, that is what we're discussing now. Sorry. Damage that we as women are doing to others. Sorry about that. Yes. So when we have now, thank you guys for the comments. When we have young children, we have young girls, and we are teaching them no team spirit. We are teaching them that anybody that you perceive to have more or have something different than you is a threat. What exactly are we, what kind of society are we expecting to create? We talk about togetherness and we talk about sisterhood, but there's a vicious energy even within these organizations. When you have young girls growing up, facing their various challenges, We already live in a patriarchal society. That's what it is. It's heavily male dominated. And the times when we ought to band together, and the times when we ought to support each other, then we become just another hurdle that we have to cross. We become just another thing that we have to get over. Now there's the aspect of your own level of self-esteem, your own level of self-worth, and your own level of self-love. If you are operating from a space where you know who you are, you know what your strengths are, you know what your weaknesses are, you know what you are interested in, it becomes increasingly difficult for you to downpress, victimize another woman. Bon, mwen te din mwen te kay di ya kwe yo. So, mwen ka mande aso ki wezon nou kon fam telman against lot fam. Aso ki wezon nou kon fam on chayle se nou ki ka detwi lot fam. Nou ka mal pale yo, nou ka blas yo, nou ka me yo de tout kalte kategori, nou ka fe yo pli ba. So, nou ka jije yo pa kose ka yo. So you go by the size of your house. Kome ish yo ni, kome papa ish yo ni, kome nom yo have dormi epi, kome ku yo hamaye, si yo hamaye pies, ki mizitan yo fe konom, ki manye se ish yo akagade, ki kalte to avay yo ka fe, kome moun ka entwe sorti an kayo. Nou non whole list nou ka jije fam by. And we are women. We are women. The potential for you to go from here societally pou have maye ou la kayo ek ma ou pou ale la ek vie as ek pou laje as a single mother now struggling, it's that fast. And likewise pou elevate as well. And I just think there's just not enough support for women. And it is sad that most of the criticism comes from other women. We have, I think on average, globally, a woman is raped every 10 seconds. We have a culture here, not just here, but I live here. We have a culture here. Sa ite ka fe la, kun ki vwe la, sa ite ka me ale. Yan la bitit galek nom sa actualman if lady. No, that's our culture. That's our culture. Rape victims are often silent or silenced. That is our culture. We have, as women, and again, we have Annou Koze, as women, and if you are honest with yourself, you will know this, you will say this. Every single one of us, women, knows somebody who was either molested, raped, almost raped, if we are not one ourselves. All of us know somebody who has found themselves in a position where the guy is wrestling with them. All of us know somebody who has found themselves in a position where you get a ride and you want to take a shimekoshi. You tell him no and he wrestles with you. All of us have found ourselves, or we know someone who's found themselves in a position where they concede to sex, not because they want sex, but because they're scared of the backlash of saying no. Whether it is because he's going to physically assault them, or if he gave them a ride, whether he's going to leave them stranded in whichever shimekoshi he took. Sorry. So as a result, they give in. all of us know women like that. All of us, and if we don't know them, we are them, or both. All of us know that. And yet, we are the ones who are harshest. And then sometimes I ask, are we harsh on each other because we didn't feel heard ourselves? Now, I'm no psychologist, but I have had the benefit of being a woman for the last 30 plus years. So I think I can speak, anything you've been doing for 40 years, you'd be considered an expert. Pardon? Sorry. So, and I don't plan on changing, thank you. And I don't, so, if you've been doing something for 40 plus years, then you're an expert at it. So, that's the reality of it. And yet still, we are the first ones to question. We are the first ones to bash. We are the first ones. I remember when this young lady died, when they found her body. We have a call. Hello, bonsoir, bienvenue à Annou Koze.
Hello, bonsoir. I'm a little late, but I'm here.
Welcome. Welcome. How are you doing, darling?
I'm there, not too bad.
Nice.
Hoping and praying that soon I'll be able to come home.
Well, it's about time.
I know. So I was listening to what you were saying here, because I'm a little late also. But I want to just give my view.
Okay, we welcome that.
We're not about to get anywhere quickly because the hatred amongst women is more or less systematic at this point. So even if it was home and fixing things at home as to how women are viewed, no matter how hard we work, the system that we have in this country, the system we have as a people, based on religion, is a system that will oppress women always unless we fight to change it. And it stems from, okay, there's an example I will use.
Okay.
School. School is the perfect example. In St. Lucia, at this moment, we have schools telling little girls that plain black braids are not allowed. They cannot come. So right now, probably whatever happened, their hair broke off or whatever, and kids like to give other kids too.
Mm-hmm.
And a child wants to just braid their hair, probably to aid in growing it out or whatever, and they're not allowed to do it and have to visit the school every day with short hair.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is ridiculous. I won't say that bright colors, asking that you don't wear bright colors is ridiculous, but I'm saying braiding at all. There should be no such rule. I remember St. Joseph's Convent would often put down the black students, and that's something I know for a fact. And the white students would be allowed to come with their hair dropping, flowing, however, just because they're white. But if a black person does it, even if their hair is long, it would become a problem.
Mm-hmm.
All these things are things that we have to look at. The secondary school in Beaufort, I'm not too sure of the full name, the proper name is in town.
Beanfield?
They don't allow. Pardon?
Beanfield? Which one?
Right, Beanfield. They don't allow braids.
Okay.
And it's ridiculous. I feel like so many things are in the system that oppress us, even them as women themselves, because they went through it. Instead of fighting for a change, they're making stronger roads.
And
I don't know if it's a self-esteem thing. I'm not a psychologist.
Yeah,
either.
and that's what I was saying. And that's the other thing, Kish. I think too, when you go through something, you either come out with one of two opinions. You either come out with, I went through this, they can go through it too, or you come out with, I went through this, I don't want you to go through it too. And based on what you come out with has a lot to do with who you are. Because if you went through something and it was uncomfortable and it was painful, then why is it that your choice is, well, I went through it, they can go through it too? You know, and I appreciate what you're saying with the braids. I think we just generally, it's almost like you have to apologize for being woman. It's almost like your very existence requires some level of apology. Firstly, from other women.
The prison as an officer and a female officer, and the officers go through daily hardship because of male officers. Female officers, some female officers, I mean, struggle. And I remember during my time there, we had some serious issues. And what you would find is the hush system in place.
Oh, well.
You have a problem and you cannot complain.
Comply and then complain.
The moment you complain, you're enemy 101. I will never forget those things. It's not easy being a woman.
Yeah, it's not.
Easy being a mother. It's not easy being a sister. It's not easy existing as a female.
Yeah, and exactly. And even, and I don't make any excuses for the men. But then I can appreciate the level of re-educating that has to happen for men. You understand? Because men are still legislating and making laws about women's bodies, but that's a whole other conversation. But the thing for me is other women, because it's across the board. You feel the victimization. You go through the sexual harassment. You go through the questioning of stuff. Even in the medical field, it is scientifically proven that a man coming in to see a doctor will be taken seriously long before a woman. You understand? So I get that the whole re-education where men are concerned. My thing is, all of us are going through this together. All of us are, but yet still, there's so much steeped anger and a need to you know, really bring persons to their knees. And we get, look at him on jail, we get this sixth sense of satisfaction. You ever watch somebody's face?
In our community, that's a...
Oh, yes. You ever watch somebody's face when they have meto en place?
And there was even another set of people, mepui.
Ah, yes.
And I remember being very young, teenage years, and feeling how wrong it was. Even if I was right then, said nothing, to this day it haunts me. And they were like, oh, your father sleeping with yours. And whatever. That's not mepui. That's a shame. That's not something, if you know something is happening to young women, you should report it to the police.
But then that's what it's the whole thing. It's almost like you are piling up stuff. Oh, I heard that. You piling it up and you're waiting for the opportune time to make this person feel as small and as insignificant as possible.
I remember being labeled.
Oh, well, I
was the hottest pepper around.
Okay, Pima Jacques.
Because people thought that the fact that they would see me talking to different male figures, that meant that I did something with them or something was going on. The other thing is that you know me. I take bullshit from nobody. I don't believe that any woman should stay in a relationship where she's uncomfortable. Whether I just started talking to you today and I decide to end you 5 seconds later, that is my business. Only I know why. And people make it their duty to mind your business like you face them.
Yep.
And judge you by certain little actions without even knowing the truth. So make it a pleasure, a moko.
Well, fly your flag, darling.
I'm still to fly in it, you know. Even now, I have things about myself I didn't even know.
But thank you so much for calling. I'm gonna, free up the line to let other persons make their contribution.
Yes,
but as always, be appreciate.
I'm there. I'm on.
All right, wonderful,
Okay.
wonderful. Thanks. So like we were mentioning, and it's interesting that she brought that up. We create, and I recognize that this is not something that will go over, but I think awareness is key. We put ourselves as women in categories based on what we think is what we have defined as good. So as a culture, we don't date. First of all, we don't date. We don't go out with a guy, have a drink, have a discussion, get to know him. Now, again, I said date. I didn't say have sex with several people. Dating means you collect data, you're collecting information. Right? We don't date. We don't go out with John this week and then, okay, the weekend we go out with him. We get to know somebody. So then you discover. We don't date as a society. So we meet somebody and then we get together with them, and we're trying to keep our body count low as women, because that is very important, because the moment you hit a certain number, you are automatically not a good girl. So we're trying to keep our body count low. And then we discover maybe halfway in the relationship with John that John really is not a match for us. John really does not get us. John really is just not for us. But we remain, because again, we need to be a good girl. So, and I'm saying this because the young lady who may decide, and I'm referencing Kisha's point, the young lady who may decide, okay, you know something, let me get to know John, and let me get to know Paul, and get to know, she is automatically hot, Pima, Jamet, whatever the name you can call her, to the extent that you will go and tell John and Paul and Stephen. So then I still revert to the original question. Why do we as women, what is it? What is it we're searching for? What is it? Nipsey Hussle, the late Nipsey Hussle, I remember he made a comment. He said that once there was a shooting, right, in his clique at the time, and they killed a guy. So they got together in a car, and they're going to look for the other guy. That, they just had a brief description of him. So they're looking for the other guy, of course, to exact revenge. So he said they're driving in the car, they drive by. And they came across, I think it was a Chinese guy. They kept driving. They came across a Caucasian guy. They kept driving. And they're looking. And then he said it occurred to him that he's looking for himself. He's looking for somebody who looks like him, walks like him, carries themselves like him, to kill. That's when he recognizes looking for himself. And that's what I ask about us as women. Is there something in each other that reminds us of us that we want to destroy? Because I cannot understand why somebody who has absolutely no impact on your life, that you are so hell-bent on destroying, on insulting, on belittling, on changing the way that people view them. It in no way, shape, or form impacts you. However, you get this incredible sense of joy. You get this incredible sense of accomplishment if you have successfully brought them down. So if they're being molested and you can tell them that someplace public where as many people can hear as possible, where they can feel ashamed and hang their head, you feel good. If you can make her feel like the worst person out because you think you know who she slept with, and if you can say it, because, audience is key, then you feel good. So I'm asking, what is it in you that is so broken that you think pain can fix it? Now, guys, we're going to take our second break. And we're going to, of course, open up the phone lines. Well, they're already open. Number should be on the screen. And I'm going to read some of your comments during the break. And let's keep talking. This is Annou Koze.
PAX is the agent for Caribbean Line, which offers an effective alternative for global integrative of transport logistics from Sheerness, UK to View Fort St. Lucia in shipping, documentation, administrative procedure, loading and unloading operations. We also offer courier, small package service, customs brokerage, ship agency, freight forwarder, consolidator, and accounting services. Visit them today on New Dock Road, View Fort, or call 454-1200 or 7198837. PAX is effective, efficient, and reliable.
Real estate transactions are now made easy. Whether buying, selling, or renting residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural, or touristic property, we offer the best deals in real estate transactions with professional support, including valuation, material sourcing, and construction. Contact Ed Harris and Associates, your courteous and efficient real estate agents. Call 485-1456 or email carrotbiz@gmail.com.
Do you need to copy or print your document? Are you in need of insurance? Are you looking for office stationery? Stop. Yes, LMP Services on Clark Lane, View Fort has all the services you need. They open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or call 454-8757 or 721-8757 for affordable rates, reliable and effective customer service with a difference.
Ernesto's Auto Parts, located on the Labrie-Vifford Highway, is your place for auto parts. We have suspension parts, mounts, brakes, shocks, and so much more.
We specialize in accessories like mats, batteries, horns, lubricants, and much more.
We're open from Mondays to Saturdays from 8 to 5 and Sundays and most holidays from 8 to 1.
L'opri, Ernesto va aider pour vous.
What do you need to transport? Call the hauler. At M&E's Trucking, we offer a wide range of services island-wide. From containerized movement, flatbed service, and lowboy transfers. We're located at Beanfield View Fort. Our skillful professional drivers are ready to serve you. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram or email us at vibration711@gmail.com. Call us at 488-1000. We're ready to serve you. M&E's Trucking Service, a powerhouse ready to haul.
Bienvenue. Merci pour être avec nous. Thank you so much for staying with us. Martina Leons and Barbara Daniel, thank you so much for joining us. This is your first time watching the show. Welcome to the Annou Koze family. You know, pull up a seat, enjoy some beautiful essential oils. Welcome. Thank you so much. So, guys, we are discussing manière femme qu'a tweeté l'autre femme. We are discussing women and why do we treat each other the way that we do. Of course, there are the exceptions, but on a grand general scale, we tend to have it, for want of a better word, have it in for each other. We tend to treat other women like less. So we're exploring the topic of our women's worst enemy. Now, you mentioned we had a call. Is it? Not yet? Okay. So, since we are in the season, let's dissect some stuff. Now, I've experienced women really going at other women in the political arena, Flabo and UWP alike. Flabo and Labour, UWP and SLP alike. Something just sounded off about that sentence. So I've experienced persons from the SLP insulting, ridiculing, bashing members of the UWP. I've experienced it with SLP persons doing it to our Mikud North MP, Gail Rigobert. I've experienced she being called turtle, or well, some names you don't even want to mention, but I've experienced that. And that, again, most of the time, from another woman. I'm sure all of us saw the clip when Jeremiah Norbert was on Alvina Reynolds, and the woman who called and went down and insulted her and how she looks, and she quasi and moving, and we laugh and we joke, but this is a woman insulting another woman. And I'm going to take a step here, and I'm going to say this. In the instance where Alvina Reynolds had Jeremiah Norbert on the show, I think it's called Annou Koze as well, and they were speaking. So, and this is a message for Jeremiah Norbert. For future reference, whenever someone insults a woman in your presence, step up. For future reference, whenever anybody, man or woman, attempts to belittle, attempts to make small, attempts to insult a woman in your presence, stop it. Do you understand? That is the divine masculine you are. Stop it. Don't laugh, don't smile, don't giggle. Let her or him know. No, it is not acceptable. That's my advice to you for future reference. Now, coming back to the insults in the political arena. So you have women insulting. They're insulting. Now, you'll forgive me for not using titles. Whether it be Miss Fortune, Mrs. Fortuna Bell Rose, whether it be Dr. Rigobert, whether it be Alvina Reynolds, whether it be Virginia Albert Poyot, it really doesn't matter which side of the fence they're on. But the level of insult and disrespect, and most of the time it comes from women, and they feel good. They call and they insult and they hang up the phone. And they go. If your safe space is when somebody is down, man, you got problems. So if this is, and my concern is this is just norm in our society. This is just accepted in our society, and we laugh. So we have a society where it is comfortable, accepted, and quite all right to insult, to debase, to degrade, to belittle women. And if we as women are doing it, why are we surprised when the men do? If we as women are doing it, what exactly we expect from the men? If you're not showing respect to your own, what do you want from me? We want emotionally expressive, loving, caring men. But we don't know how to be that for us. We don't know how to be supportive for us. A man does not even have a chance to question the woman's worth. You already belittle it for him. I remember probably, 10, 12 years ago, a cousin of mine came to me and he said to me, "Hey, Kish, I'm interested in that girl. What do you know about her?" He wasn't from the area. He saw the girl, spoke to her once, twice. He came home, asked me, "Kish, I'm interested in that girl. What do you know about her?" I said to him, "She seems all right. Get to know her and find out for yourself." These people have been together, maybe about 9 years. They're married with 2 children. So this was his person. This is his person. So imagine now, my response was, she's this, she's that, she's this, she's that. And why? That's the thing that's baffling for me. Why? Why? I mean, if you're interested in a man, tell the man something. But why? Why do we continue to chip away at each other? And if it's a societal thing, it means something is wrong in the society. What kind of message we getting growing up that makes it okay, that makes it perfectly fine for us to treat each other that way. I think we have a call. No? Oh, sorry. No. Yes. So that is the point I was trying to make. Now, I really want to just take a moment to say, even now, as the insults are flung across the table, and as the jeering and the snares and the snide remarks come across, we chalk it up to the political climate. It's politics time, and that's what it is, and it's the season. That's the phrase. It's a political season. But here's what's interesting: nobody goes to train for the season. Nobody goes to train and then come up with insults. No, all of us are already like that. The political time just gives an opportunity for you to fling out stuff that probably under normal circumstances would not be as justified in your mind. So, my encouragement to us as women is, if you cannot contribute something positive to your fellow woman, if you are not in a place emotionally, physically, mentally, to be a positive anything to anybody, including yourself, please, you have every right to shut up. You are within your rights, because when you, and it speaks more to you. It says so much about you. Hi, good evening.
Hello?
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, how are you? I'm so far away.
I am awesome. How are you doing?
Wonderful.
Welcome.
Wonderful.
How can we help? Well, actually, what's your contribution?
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, this is Kishma. You are calling Annou Koze.
Oh, hi, Kishma. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you. I was just watching your show a while ago. What time is your show? What time is your show regularly?
7:30.
Oh, and it ends at what time?
Depends on the day. Technically, it's supposed to end at 8:30.
8:30?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But we started a little late today.
Okay, I wanted to come on your show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I wanted to come on your show and one of these days. And I see that you talk about women and was it you I was texting earlier on or somebody else?
Oh, no. That was, I saw the text, but you were texting us, not me specifically, but us, yes.
Oh, us. Okay. Yes, I wanted to come on your show because I wanted to talk about how about women, instead of us bringing each other down, why don't we try to bring each other up? Because, when women see, like the person that was texting me said, women are women's worst enemy, which is true. Instead of us hating on women when we see they're doing something that is good, why don't we support them and, fix their crown and versus bringing them down and saying like,
exactly. Thank you.
Bringing in all the negative things up. Like, for instance, I like your show. When I saw that, I followed you a while ago, and I was like, oh, I remember I'm supposed to contact this young lady. I would like to go on her show.
Well, thank you.
I asked, but yeah. But your mom, someone came to buy a book for your mom 2 months ago.
Okay.
A young lady, she came to buy a book for your mom. She said, that's for her friend Jocelyn in Monrepo. And I was like, I know that name.
Oh, so that's my sister's mom. My sister-in-law's mom. Yeah.
Oh, so that's not your mom?
No.
You're the same father, you and your sister?
No, this is my brother's wife's mom. Yeah.
Okay, who am I speaking with? I'm confused. Jocelyn is not your mom?
No.
Hold on. Why is my phone so... Hello?
Hi, you're still there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, so
Jocelyn is not your mom?
no, Jocelyn's not my mom.
Okay.
So I understood you wrote a book.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I wrote 2 books. My second one just came out last week.
Hey, congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I would love to read one
It's
whenever you're
also
around.
mostly dedicated. It's also mostly dedicated to women, to moms.
Oh, nice.
Mothers, because I think because there's a culture back home, we women, a lot of mothers back home, some mothers treated their daughters really badly for whatever reason, and some mothers were and are still, envious of their daughters for absolutely no reason when they were the ones who made us.
Yep.
So I want to talk to mothers on your show.
Oh, we'd love to have you.
And hopefully we can break the chains of this jealousy thing and this bringing down and this,
Because somebody has to do it.
Envious way. For some reason, why I'm hearing you so low. Say that again?
No, I said because somebody has to do it.
Yes, and I'm comfortable with doing it. So, I would like to come on your show. I don't know when, but I wanna talk about this second book that just came out. My first book is called The Strength of a Woman, and this other one is called that just came out is a continuation of The Strength of a Woman, and it's called I Cite My Past, and it's strictly for mothers. I want mothers to read my book.
Okay, fair enough.
Mothers who call themselves mothers, I think they should read my book because I'm just, I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing mothers ill-treating their children. I'm tired of seeing mothers bringing their children down. I'm tired of seeing mothers putting labels on their children. We as the children of this generation, we are the future, and a lot of us nowadays, women of our age, women are more independent now than back in the day. Back in the day, women were dependent upon men. Women had to wait for men to bring in the paycheck. We don't have to do that anymore. We can provide. We can make the same amount of money as a man or even more. So not because nowadays, we are entitled to make the same amount of money as a man as long as we have the same education, the same experience, background, whatever. But back in the day, that a man, we could not make the same amount of money as a man because he was a man. He had to make more money than us, and I don't know what made them believe that it was okay to have that rule.
Because the men made the rules.
We women nowadays, we don't have to depend on men. We can, we can make something to sell. We can, because we are receivers. And as a woman, being a receiver, whatever you give me, I will multiply. A woman multiplies. That's it's a woman's job and nature to multiply.
That's that feminine energy.
I want to talk to mothers of St. Lucia.
Okay. So I would love to have you. I do have your contact. And we can always touch base afterwards, so we can organize something, and we go from there.
Yes, absolutely.
These are the books on the screen. Okay, I did come across that some time ago. But yeah, I would love to read it, and then we can. So give me a chance to read it, and then we can have a beautiful discussion. I would love that. I really would.
Yeah, my first book is in St. Lucia. It's in Method. But my second book is not in St. Lucia yet because I literally just got it on Thursday. So I have to ship them down to St. Lucia.
All right, fair enough.
And stuff. And whenever I do, I will touch base with you and let you know. But yeah, the first one is in Method, and then yeah.
All right, appreciate it.
One, I just got it. So.
All right, beautiful. Yeah. So Ingrid, thank you so much for calling, and we will definitely keep in touch so we can get this sorted out.
Okay.
All right. Stay
Thank you,
safe.
and
Have a
you
beautiful
good night.
evening. You too.
You too. Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. So, guys, as we are wrapping up, there's something that I want to make mention of. On Sunday is Mother's Day, right? And it's a ticklish conversation to have. But we're talking about women, and she made such a valid point that so many mothers are jealous of their children, and it's true. And typically, there's a lot of emphasis, there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of expectations for children or from children for Mother's Day when it comes to their mother. So the mothers want the gifts and, cook the lunch and organize stuff and make them feel nice and take them out and that kind of thing. But on a deep level, we have a lot of toxic mothers in St. Lucia. We have a lot of toxic parents in St. Lucia. And it manifests, the toxicity manifests in its children. You have a lot of mothers who are narcissistic, insultive, entitled, disrespectful, gaslighting. They make their children feel useless, feel small, feel irrelevant. And then, when it is a birthday, or it is Mother's Day, or whatever day, then the expectation, because that's what, I'm your mother, because we do that. Persons say that too. You have an issue with family, or you hold yourself and person say to you, yeah, that's your mother. But then it's always a case of what type of relationship you have. So, Sunday is Mother's Day. And I'm encouraging persons as much as possible, if it is feasible, because some persons it is not, but have an open, honest conversation with yourself. At some point you'll have one with your mom about who it is you are, why it is you are that way, and what has shaped you in getting there. Because the reality of it is, if you're a woman and you have children, and as soon as these children are old enough, they want to get away from you, you are the problem. You hear me? A lot of the times, we act like if we provided food, shelter, clothing, we were a good parent. So forget the fact that we insulted them at every turn. We disrespected them. We gave them no sense of privacy. We would come and collect them at the school and bust them. If they failed at anything, we embarrass them, we insult them. If they are passionate about anything that we don't agree with, we throw their tools, we dump their stuff, we wet their shirt. You understand? A lot of mothers, a lot of women are toxic. And toxicity has it has a tendency to continue until somebody breaks it. So there's, for you to derive pleasure from somebody else's pain, somebody else's embarrassment, for you to derive a sense of accomplishment from making somebody feel low, for you to get joy from taking one of the worst moments or some of the worst moments of somebody's life and throwing it in their face publicly, you are toxic. Do you understand? You are toxic. And I am not saying this from any psychological perspective. It's a 1 + 1 = 2 situation. Because that's just not, there's nothing inspirational, there's nothing growth-based on it. So now with Mother's Day around the corner, everybody will want their flowers, and everybody will want their gifts, and everybody will want their accolades. And I hope that all of those who deserve it get it. But as long as we continue to be each other's worst enemy, whether that is in the form of mother-daughter, sisters, strangers, friends, co-workers, boss and employee. It doesn't matter what the dynamic is. As long as we continue being each other's worst enemy, you have every right to cut off people from your life that bring nothing but toxicity to it. I encourage us as much as possible to remember that we are women too. Anybody that was molested by, I would say their dad, but anybody, it's never their fault. Child is never to be blamed for any kind of incest or molestation. A woman is never to be blamed for any kind of rape. A victim is never to be blamed for any kind of abuse. Don't tell me crap about, oh, if she had only listened to him, so what, we're not going to hold him accountable for his actions? Why are we the punching bag for other women just like us? Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I know this was a little different, but even when Marv was here, one of the things we did was touch topics that are not always comfortable. That's not going to change. The atmosphere may be different. I'm soft-spoken. This is not a dig at Marv. But the result is the same. We're going to discuss the uncomfortable topics because it needs to be spoken about. So those of us who may be too far gone for change, at least those coming up have hope. Now you guys have a beautiful weekend. Happy Mother's Day to everybody on our feed, on our live, in our group that watch GVD or watch Annou Koze. I am trusting that you guys are going to have an epic Mother's Day. So, bonne fête maman pour tout le monde. Si vous avez maman, vous savez, sous son maman, c'est juste ça pour relaxer. Pas faire rien. Just changer tout, laisse ça, changer qui ça qui faut maman à laisse ça. So, moi voulais dire merci, moi bien apprécier tout le monde qui t'a écouté avec nous. Moi apprécier ses contributions à nous maintenant. Avec nous kai well dimanche prochain, tu devrais à 7h30. You guys stay safe. Bye bye.